Minutes. Assess the situation.
You seem to have found yourself in my home. Rest assured, if I had contemplated doing anything, this conversation would not be happening. You seem to be looking for someplace to hide, to escape. Rest assured, you may stay here as long as you abide by my one rule: complete transparency. Hide nothing. Now then, what do they call you?
I'm Jolene. Joe, for short.
Clayton, please. Do you have someplace to be? I mean, you seem to be in such a hurry. Even after I've told you that you are free to stay here, I suggest you take advantage of the opportunity.
Don't take this the wrong way, but nothing free is truly costless.
Well, out there, that may be the truest fact. That's why I'm here, hidden away from the populace. There's a reason for that. The public is called the general public for a reason. They're sheep. Lemmings in a yet unwritten documentary in keeping with that previous metaphor. I was something of a sheepdog. Since retired, because the sheep would only find themselves stuck in a different fence.
Why allow me in then? Why not call the police?
Because I know that look. The look you had coming in, the strategizing, the caution, the exhaustion. It's all so familiar.
I'm sorry, I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Okay. I suppose it's a matter of opinion. After all, we have nothing to prove to one another. And I'll stop there and let you or myself get some rest. Help yourself to anything in the kitchen, and if you're not here in the morning, I'll assume you're gone for good. Just be sure to lock the door when you go out. Good night, Jolene. Well, I'm glad you stayed at least for the night.
Yeah, thank you again. Well, I have to go run an errand. I'd like to keep staying here if that's okay.
Of course. But remember, full transparency. Transparency is what I ask for, and it is what I shall have. Your medicine is an addiction. I know about this because I've had to recover from the same.
You don't know anything of what you're talking about. It might as well be nothing as far as you're concerned.
Oh, I know nothing. I don't know about the ticks you're trying to hide. I don't know about the dirt under your fingernails from trying to claw your way out of a hairy situation. I don't know about the blood on your shoes. Does any of this sound familiar?
What are you getting at?
I've always been better with illustrations, so I'll tell you a story. My first time, actually, was a familiar acquaintance. I wasn't going to do it unless she invited me in. She did. She went to grab her journal. She had no idea I was following. I grabbed a dumbbell and in one swift action.
My coworker had been making eyes at me, leering at me and stuff. After work one day, he asked if I wanted to go get a drink. He was a lightweight, vulnerable, or so I thought. He got handsy, and I went along with the charade for a bit, but then I had enough. I tried to trip him, but he didn't fall. It was like he was acting the entire time. He snapped and became angry, and he raised his hand, and I reached for his letter opener, and I took it to his appendix, I think. Either way, he fell that time. He got more good shots to the head before finally giving in, though.
I've had my share of tough ones. A while back, an Olympian was speaking at a local high school. I had never done a celebrity, and the opportunity was ripe for the picking. It was strange and almost too good, but she ran to her car alone. I guess she had forgotten her book. She turned around to head back, and there I was. She didn't go down easy. Turned out she's a grappler. Kitten has claws. Alas, I was the victim. There were no witnesses, and no one came looking for her.
Do you have a trademark?
No, never leave a trace. I did keep trinkets, though. The Olympian had a bracelet, and my first, I kept her journal.
Old school trophy killer. Surprising, especially considering these days you could be tracked by any of these items.
But back then, it was cake.
You're an old man in a new world, Clayton. You'd never cut it these days. I bet you couldn't even go out in public and catch a fly without being caught.
I had every intention of killing you that first night. But watching you, listening to you, sharing my stories, I got to thinking, maybe I have time for one more. Maybe I could teach you.
Maybe I could teach you a thing or two.
Yes, I could take it to my grave. I've often wondered, I had no use for a family while I was doing this. And I've often wondered, who would be my successor? Who could I leave my trophies to?
Watch and learn.